They told me my season might be over, but God told me this is just the beginning. I give him all the glory.
This situation unfolded just days after Luka's injury on April 2nd, raising questions about whether something more serious is happening behind the scenes in the NBA. What if the injury wasn't simply accidental? What if there's more to the story? Today, we're breaking it all down: what led to the controversy, Kyrie Irving's cryptic comments in support of Luka, and why insiders are beginning to question the league itself. During the Lakers game against OKC, Luka was seen walking through the tunnel at halftime, clearly struggling. This wasn't speculation. Team insiders confirmed he was visibly limping. Despite that, the Lakers' medical staff cleared him to return in the third quarter, as if nothing were wrong. That decision raises serious concerns. According to reports, the staff operates within a system heavily influenced by LeBron James and Clutch Sports. These aren't independent voices. They're part of an environment where LeBron holds major influence. So the question is simple: why risk sending an injured MVP candidate back into a regular season game? Either it was a massive failure in medical judgment, or there were other motivations at play. Just 4 minutes and 12 seconds after returning, Luka planted his left leg, suffered a torn hamstring, and his season was effectively over. A historic scoring run ended in moments after a decision that was supposed to protect him. What makes it worse is that this likely wasn't Luka's call. As a player who has trusted medical staff his entire career, he relied on their judgment, and that trust may have been misplaced. Then came Kyrie Irving's response. Instead of a routine message, he made pointed remarks that added fuel to the situation. And when Luka himself finally spoke, his statement sent shockwaves across the league.
They told me my season might be over, but God told me this is just the beginning. I give him all the glory.
That was it. No PR statement, no carefully crafted update about recovery or trusting the process. Just Luka speaking directly to the camera, honestly and without filters. And that alone is rare in today's NBA. Most players, especially someone like LeBron James, usually stick to safe, repetitive phrases about taking things day by day. But Luka didn't follow that script. He openly spoke about his faith. This moment becomes even more significant when viewed alongside what happened just days earlier. On March 30th, 2026, the Chicago Bulls waived Jaden Ivey shortly after he publicly shared his religious beliefs and criticized the league's stance on certain social issues. While the team labeled it conduct detrimental, Ivey argued that his only mistake was openly expressing his faith. Now, with Luka delivering a similarly faith-centered message, the contrast in the league's response is noticeable. There was little to no promotion of his statement across official NBA platforms, while other content like product launches tied to major stars continued as usual. Whether intentional or not, it raises questions about what kind of messaging the league chooses to amplify. Following his injury, Luka reportedly sought treatment in Europe, including therapies such as stem cell treatment and PRP methods famously used by Kobe Bryant later in his career. This decision suggests a lack of confidence in the team's medical direction, especially after being cleared to play despite visible discomfort. At the same time, the league's 65-game rule has added another layer of controversy. Luka, averaging elite numbers before the injury, now risks missing out on major awards and financial incentives due to falling just short of the threshold, partly because he missed games for the birth of his child. Critics, including legends like Dirk Nowitzki and Tracy McGrady, have questioned whether the rule fairly reflects real-life circumstances. Meanwhile, Kyrie Irving added intrigue with a subtle but pointed comment about Luka's situation, hinting at deeper issues within the environment around him.
They need to rush back to come back and play and put themselves at risk. That's not what this rule was made.
Yeah,
so
great point.
Definitely need to revisit this thing.
The most unexpected support came from someone who witnessed the moment firsthand. Jalen Williams, the Oklahoma City Thunder forward who was defending Luka when the injury occurred, showed a rare shift in tone. Known for his competitive mindset, he appeared visibly shaken after the game. Having dealt with hamstring issues himself this season, he told reporters it was unsettling to watch the injury happen right in front of him.
First, I feel really bad for him.
it's very like spooky in a way to like see it happen to him, and I'm the one guarding him.
When even your rivals start showing more concern for your franchise player than your own medical staff and leadership, it stops being unusual and starts becoming a serious red flag. The situation surrounding Luka Doncic no longer feels like a routine injury update. It feels like something deeper, something that raises uncomfortable questions about trust, control, and priorities inside the NBA. Right now, everything about this situation feels unsettled. Reports indicate Luka has traveled to Europe to seek opinions from doctors he personally trusts, instead of relying entirely on the team's medical direction. And when a superstar makes that kind of move, it says a lot. It suggests there may be a disconnect between what the organization is advising and what the player believes is best for his long-term health. That brings us to the bigger picture, the business side of the league. Policies like the 65-game threshold are designed with logic in mind. Fans want to see stars, and the league wants consistency. But in reality, it puts players in a difficult position. A 27-year-old superstar isn't just focused on recovery. He's also thinking about how missed games could impact millions of dollars. So the real question becomes, what matters more, short-term availability or long-term health? Meanwhile, other players are stepping up, carrying heavier workloads and pushing their bodies to the limit. And history has shown us how that usually ends. When the pressure to perform outweighs the need to recover, the consequences tend to catch up sooner or later. Then there's the noise around it all. Analysts, insiders, and former players are offering conflicting takes. Some believe the league is subtly influencing decisions through its rules, while others see this as simple miscommunication and poor timing. The truth likely sits somewhere in between, but what's undeniable is that this situation has sparked a much bigger conversation about trust between players and organizations, about control over player health, and about the evolving power dynamic between stars and the league itself. Because at the end of the day, players like Luka aren't just assets. They're individuals with careers, futures, and legacies on the line. Now imagine this. Luka returns just in time for the playoffs. After all the questions and controversy, he steps back onto the court at an elite level, leads his team on a deep run, and flips the narrative completely. That wouldn't just be a comeback, it would be a statement about resilience, about trusting your instincts, and about standing firm even when the system pushes back. But until that moment comes, if it comes, we're left with important questions. Is the 65-game rule truly fair? Should teams have more flexibility in managing their stars? And how much influence should the league really have over decisions that directly impact a player's health? Because right now, the lines between business, health, and competition feel increasingly blurred, and that's exactly how situations like this are created. As for the more explosive rumors circulating about locker room tensions, personal conflicts, or drama involving LeBron James and others, those claims remain unverified and should be taken with caution. It's easy for speculation to spiral, especially in high-profile situations like this, but not every story reflects reality. One thing is certain, though this situation isn't over yet, and whatever happens next could shape not just Luka's future, but the broader conversation around player power in the NBA. So, what do you think? Overreaction or the beginning of a bigger issue? It's easy to frame this as a power struggle, but the reality is more complex than that. What we're seeing isn't some scripted takeover. It's what happens when a superstar refuses to be pushed into a situation he doesn't fully trust. And Luka Doncic is proving he's not just another name you can pressure into compliance. Despite the noise surrounding him, injury concerns, outside speculation, and constant scrutiny, Luka is doing what elite players do when everything feels uncertain. He's channeling it into his game. For most players, this kind of pressure becomes a breaking point. For Luka, it's becoming fuel. Night after night, he's responding in the only way that truly matters on the court. Big performances, efficient scoring, playmaking at the highest level. The kind of production that doesn't just silence criticism, it forces people to rethink the narrative entirely. He's not playing like someone distracted. He's playing like someone locked in. Statistically, he continues to sit among the league's elite, putting up numbers that reflect both dominance and consistency. But beyond the numbers, there's something deeper driving it. In a recent media interaction, Luka admitted, "Basketball gives me some kind of peace, and that says everything." Because for most people, performing under that level of pressure would feel overwhelming. But for players like Luka, the court becomes the one place where everything else fades away. No politics, no noise, just the game. And that's what makes this situation so compelling. It's not just about injuries or league rules. It's about how a generational talent responds when tested. Some players fold, others adapt. Luka Doncic doing neither. He's elevating. So while the speculation continues and the headlines keep shifting, one thing remains constant: his performance. And in a league like the NBA, that's the only statement that truly carries weight.